Yo guys, what is going on? No intro today. Thought I'd bring you with a voiceover. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make those sort of cinematic sci-fi beats for the Weeknd. So let's get into it. With these chords, I'm just trying to create an atmosphere. So just copied that pattern over into the second 4 bars. Then what I did here was transpose the melody up an octave and then took the highest notes back down. And this just gave a lot more sort of a variation within the chord pattern that I really liked. So here I'm just applying a Fruity Love filter to kind of make the melody seem a bit more submerged and sort of cinematic. Alright, so now I'm going to add an arcade. I think I'm actually going to up the BPM to like 166. So originally this was going to be like a main melody, but it ended up just being sort of like a texture to accompany part of the beat. Alright, so we're going to use this distant abyss as a texture and just allow it to build up. So we're going to have this before it drops. And what I'm going to do is actually isolate the ambience with an EQ. So I basically just EQ'd it just to make sure that this sort of like whooshing sound didn't take up too much space and overpower the other melodies I was going to lay over. That's just mainly for texture and like an atmosphere. Alright, now the ambience is done. We can now move on to a pad. Alright, so I've had an idea. Basically, the ominous sound is sounding a little bit too low frequency, so I'm going to boost it up. So guys, right now I've literally just pitched up the ominous sound, the first sound I started with, so I can fit these lush pads in, so I'll show you what I've got. And these pads really sort of remind me of Kissland, if you ever heard that Weeknd project. But yeah, really sort of sci-fi and poppy, takes you away. And then I just added the halftime to give it that real vibe, and that was pretty much it. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go into Purity, which is like this classic sort of synth, and I'm going to get a sort of synth lead, which is like a really important component when making these sorts of beats. And they're kind of dark and atmospheric, but have sort of like a neon synthy pop vibe at the same time. So that's definitely what like sort of Metro Boomin has been bringing with the Weeknd's new production. So yeah, we're going to kind of get into sort of laying down a lead. So I'm probably going to lay down a lead on this little akka I've got here. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, let's correct that. I was pretty impressed, like a lot of these notes were on time, so not too bad. I'm slowly getting better at playing my Midi, so... So now I'm just going to try a few different sounds and just see what I can get. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is just clone this one. I'm going to copy and paste this melody and I'm going to put it up in an octave higher, like this.
So all I'm really doing here is just making it so the two melodies harmonise, one's just one octave higher, and it sort of fills up a lot more sound and brings a lot more of an atmosphere to the track.
Okay, so I've got two harmonies of the same melody with the same synth, just at different octaves. So now I'm going to get some drums down. Okay, so with these drums, you want to keep them pretty simple. So I'm going to just put in a two-step pattern because it's quite a fast BPM. And I'm also going to go in here and I'm going to pitch them down 200 cents, and I'm going to also alter some velocities just like this to kind of humanize the hi-hat playing, so it just seems a bit more real. Something like that, and then I'm going to just pretty much delete. I'm just going to use the first two like that. Boom. And then just quantize that, make sure, and move these over. So and one thing I can definitely hear about the hi-hats is they're not loud enough right now. So I'm going to just have a look and see if I can use a better hat. But I didn't even normalize the sound, so now it might sound a lot better. Right, now I'm going to get a sort of poppy snare. Let's normalize that. This is from my Colours drum kit, by the way, guys. This is just the up snare. And straight away, I'm going to turn that up and I'm going to add some reverb. Let's go with just fruity reverb for this one. Because the Weeknd kind of has this sort of cinematic and sci-fi feel to his beat, so we need the whole beat to kind of be a vibe and seem almost very submerged but vibrant at the same time, if that makes any sense.
So yeah, just adding the reverb just kind of gives the snare and like the drums a bit more of an atmosphere.
Alright, so now I'm going to layer up my glitch clap with this up snare to just sort of give the beat more of a bounce. Alright guys, so at this point I'm going to add a synth bass. I'm going to isolate some of the melodies, add a synth bass to it, and then kind of pick up with a kick in the 808, as this beat does have like a synth bass, but it also has an 808 section, so we're going to get into that now. Alright, let's try this one. This one kind of reminds me of a bit more of Starboy sort of bass, but let's try it.
Synth bass definitely gives a lot more of an atmosphere and really starts to allow the beat to build up.
Right, so I think this is pretty much done. I'm going to add one perk and an open hat. Something like this, just for a little bit of bounce. And we're going to reverb and compress the shit out of this. So firstly, we're just going to go on the limiter. We're going to go into compression. Compress the shit out that, man. Really sort of brings it out. And then, oops, did not mean to do that. Let's get fruity. Let's get some satin on it to saturate this too. Boom, and then we'll add some reverb. And finally, let's get this open hat in. So it's going to be like a regular sort of trap open hat, something that Metro Boomin would use. So I'm just going to use this one. And we're just going to edit that a little bit. We're going to take the loop points off, and we're going to take the out up to about 38%. Yeah guys, that is the video done for today. I hope you guys sort of learned how to make these dark, atmospheric, sci-fi, poppy inspired beats for the weekend like Metro Boomin does. If you did like this video, be sure to hit a thumbs up and comment below if you liked it, and also some video suggestions please. And check me out on my other socials, Instagram and Twitter at Prod by J Lib, and on TikTok, J Lib made it. Anyway guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Just forgot to show you me making the 808 pattern, so before I show you the beat, I thought I'd show you the pattern that I made for the 808.
J Lib.